Well, hello everybody, and welcome back! Before we get going, please let us know if the sound is good. Say hi, Kinda Nerdy Housewife, our lovely host for this run.
Hello!
Let us know if the sound's good. We think it is, but as I am the restreamer, I can't fix it if it's not good. So, it's good. Don't worry about it. Also, that song we had previously, was really excellent. That was good times. So, with that in mind, we're gonna get started here. As I've told a few people, it's actually really good we're starting early because we did a silly thing as the Valks and we put this run into a slot it literally does not even fit in. So now I may actually have time to finish it. So things are good. Oh wait, I have to do my own timer. I'm sure we've got everything good. Okay folks, everyone ready to go?
Yep, and if you want to get your Bid War donation in for either Cecil or Kane, those will be closing very soon, so get those in now.
Like 5 minutes is your max, so I'll be letting you know when those are coming. So let us get started. 3, 2, 1, start!
Go!
Also, I have a new turbo controller and I'm going to be using it. So, quick intro on this before we get to some donations, which we'll have lots of time for. This is the vanilla Final Fantasy IV no credits warp run, and I will explain that in a moment. But this is specifically the ROM hack of the quality of life hack done by Boardface, with the quality of life settings which were added from Free Enterprise. And what this does is it's going to give me dashing on the world map, it's going to give me faster menus, we're not going to have encounters if I turn them on, and I just bought a turbo controller which literally came in yesterday. Yes, it is an ASCII-ware, and I'm super happy about it. It's really swank. So all of that text going fast, that's me using a turbo controller because hands are important, and there's no leaderboard for this anyways, so whatever. So while we watch this lovely intro, if there's anything we have to catch up on after our technical difficulties, the floor is yours, Kinda Nerdy Housewife.
Okay, I will start with a donation then. We have $5 from Leggy Starscream that says, "Good luck, friendo. May the power of Ultros carry the day." Thank you so much, Leggy.
Ultros always carries the day. It is
and that was towards naming Yang Boop.
Boop.
And speaking of names, we still don't have a name for Sid, so if you want to name Sid, then you should get your donation in now. And the character names will be open until they are able to be named, so get those donations in. We need some good names.
Does Rosa have a name yet? She didn't have last I looked.
Rosa does have a name.
Oh.
Her current name is Bess.
I love it. Truth. Also, yeah, I didn't get Raven Skip. Run invalid. I gotta reset and try again. Except I won't because I literally never get Raven Skip. So what Raven Skip is those encounters, while they're out of your control, still have RNG. And it is a huge debate in the Final Fantasy IV community as to what you need to do to manipulate that RNG, including like frame perfect, mashing, different things like that. And it does save like a few frames if the Raven doesn't attack you, but whatever. I never get it, so we're going perfect for my runs, so no concerns. Okay, so if any point you need to cut in Kinda Nerdy Housewife, you just butt in and say hey yo, and I'll let you know if it's a good time or not, but I can and will keep talking indefinitely, so please interrupt me.
Okay, will do.
Excellent. So, Final Fantasy IV. So for those who aren't familiar, we are playing as Cecil, the Dark Knight, who is the, until right now, the captain of the Red Wings, which is the airship armada belonging to the Kingdom of Baron. And he's been tasked by his king in order to steal crystals from other kingdoms, and we just saw him stealing the crystal of the town of Mysidia. And he didn't like that very much. Neither did his crew. So he didn't even so much question his king as ask why. He was just like, I'm not saying don't do it, but is there a reason we're doing this? And so the king was like, yeah, no, don't question me. You're not the captain. You're on mail duty. Have fun. So to start off the run, now that I have control, we are switching our battle speed and message speed to 1. That is necessary both for timing and just speed. because even though the random encounters are going to be turned off and we've got this lovely fast walking, the speed of the encounters, of the battles we do fight, is really important. What we do during them is planned around that. So, I love this super running. It is fabulous. So also, feel free to ask any questions in chat. I will try and keep an eye on it. And if not, I'm sure Kinda Nerdy Housewife will let me know and send them through. Okay, so usually, when you're doing this pure vanilla, there's a step route, so it really matters where you step within the castle. And that chair that I just walked over, you would take an extra step off for step route manipulation. However, I don't have encounters, so I don't have to worry about a step route. So one of the lovely, beautiful, accessible things about this version, it's a little less that you have to handle because I love Final Fantasy IV so much. It's a wonderful game. But even without the step routing, it is an incredibly difficult speedrun, especially to do really well at. It's very technical. There's a lot of little small things you have to do which can have big effects. So there's a lot to keep an eye out. Now, I did mention earlier that this is the noCW, the no credits warp run. What that means is there isn't any percent run where you do a similar setup to what you're going to see me doing, and you can warp straight to the credits. No boss, woo! However, it is incredibly unstable, and you have a 1 in 4 chance of actually succeeding. You have a 3 in 4 chance of soft locking, and you can't retry, you're just done. So I don't like those odds, and neither does the community. So because of that, we do not run that category, except for, for lulz sometimes. Also, this is where the naming incentives cut off.
Let me get to that real quick.
Yeah, no, I don't need them this instant, just letting you know to cut them off. I'll ask them for you after this minute and a half cutscene. So, since we don't do the credits warp, we are instead going to be doing some really neat setup things in order to do a really big glitch at the end. And that's going to be really cool, and I don't want to talk too much about that big glitch because I don't want to spoil it, but there's a reason we can finish this run in, the estimate's actually 2 hours, not an hour and 40, but we're not changing it. Also, yeah, poor Chaos, serious shoutouts to Chaos Drifter, whose internet just said no. You can't handle that, or you can't plan for that. There's nothing you can do about it. It just happens. He came back just as we were going to switch, being like, it came back! So I'm sorry to hear it went again, but hopefully it stabilizes.
Okay, I'm going to cut in and say that Sid has a name now. Yay!
Yay! What's
and
Sid's
that
name
is Beardy, courtesy of the Ice Burner, who donated $5 and said, thanks for all the fun, Valkyrie and friends. And thank you so much, Ice Burner.
Yep, I often name, in Free Enterprise, it's a lot easier to name the characters because you can do it right at the beginning before you start. And yeah, I usually name Sid Beard, so that's great. But other than Cecil and Kane, you have a lot of time in order to change that up. Now now that they're closed, I have the bid war page up. So, oh god, I gotta scroll to the bottom. Netara, why do I do these things? Why do you do these things? Yes, also, if anyone's looking at the bid war page and sees a close incentive for Edge and Fusia, that's because for some reason they were listed and they are not actual characters in this run that you get to name. So don't worry about it. Okay, so I have the names up for Cecil and Kane, so we are going to name those right now. I went into the wrong room. Good, excellent. I went into the shop because that's what I'm used to in Free Enterprise. Not the training house. Where's the training house? Hi, it's right next to here. Don't worry about it. Don't even... that was all planned.
It's to the left of the item shop.
Yeah, listen, it's RNG manipulation. So, looks like our name is Dan. No, don't end. We're not done here. Dan. Okay, ends, and then we talk to you again, because yes, we want to name Kane this time, and Kane is going to be Raga. Don't know what that is referencing to, but cool, let's do.
I saw that donation earlier. That is someone naming it after themselves.
Oh, lovely. Love it. Okay, fabulous. Now let's go. So, did you folks know that there's actually a chocobo forest right outside of Baron? I don't want that carrot. Get out of here.
I did. I knew that.
I knew that. Yay! So we use this anyways. Oh yeah, also watch super fast. Oh, sorry. I found out one of the things I need that turbo button for. Anyways, that's fine. Usually you can press Y to dash when you're on vehicles, but I still had turbo on, so things went a little funny. Don't worry about it. So here we are in a lovely enemy-free Misty Cave, which we're attempting to walk and do things with. Don't worry about it. Oh, got the wrong one, turbo.
So
Never mind,
misty.
let's not turbo. We're good. Everything's good. Okay, now I'm gonna be listening to a sound cue right now, so, or in a minute in this fight. Okay, so I need to try and get 7 hits on this first initial boss during this section, and we got that jump up. That's great. So we're at 2, 3, 4. I can't use turbo for these. 5. You need to use actual menu speed, like my own menuing. Okay, good. So 6, 7. So hopefully that goes well. Nope, did not. Well, that messes up the manip. We're fine. Everything's good. It just means I have to wait. Usually we would wait for a sound cue, and then we'd send Kane up in the jump. But now we're just going to lose a little bit of time. It's no big deal. So we're still going to be doing a lot in this fight. We're going to be doing some setups for some glitches, which is super cool. Let's get you out there first, though. Okay, get ready to fight. No, you. So we're just going to shuffle around our menu a little bit for Dan here. Get out there. Nobody likes that. Okay, don't worry about this shadow shield. It's here to help. To give us lots of dollars. Yeah, it looks like we missed one round, correct. Yeah, we got a crit! Go team. Come on. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, good. I was a little worried we weren't gonna get that round. But we did it! Everything's great. Okay.
And hello, Shinji, who is raiding with a party of 7. Welcome to RPGs We Love 3.
Now we're gonna turn our dash off for a moment because I have to do some finicky things. We're just gonna shove that safety save there. Okay. Perfect. We're going to do this. Yep. Okay, cool. And then we're gonna do this. So what we're doing, you notice there's a 5 there. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. And we're going to use an item, which is a tent. So we're doing a huge series of glitches here, all of which I will explain. But right now I'm basically tricking the game into thinking I'm a step further over on the map than I am. I'm going to buffer that again in order to test it. Yep, worked great. So when I save and reset, load back in, and walk right over the town of Mist. Yes, this is in fact what mostly vanilla looks like, so we're getting our dash back because we don't want to be slow. So we just walked over Mist and now have access to shops that we should not have. Also, that little thing I did with that weird 5 shield, I actually did what is an item called an item duplication glitch. So I actually duplicated that shield into 65,000 shields, and which is what was sitting in that empty space. And then I sold that empty space, which the game saw as 65,000 shields, for 6.5 million gil. And so there's a lot of money. And that's going to do me really well for multiple reasons. I am going to need a specific money count at the end of this route for the glitch manipulation, so super important that I do precise things, but I do have a way to check either way. Plus, it means I have more than enough money to buy everything I could possibly need until the end of the game. So, good news, everybody. Yeah, no, we're running a hack, which adds some of the quality of life adds, but everything else is the same for the Final Fantasy IV Vanilla. For those who are familiar, though, with the Final Fantasy IV speedrun, I do want to note, because of the version of Final Fantasy IV that you have to run in order to run this particular hack, I cannot do the carrot trash can mimic glitch for Mylon and Mylon Z. It is actually patched out in the 1.1 version. So, sorry, that's why it's not a donation incentive. some inventory management. That is really important. You're gonna see us doing a lot of that during the run. We have to get items in very particular points for the end of the game. So yeah, we're gonna wanna make sure those are there. Move that over. Ba-la-da. Oh no, where did our friends go? Raga? Raga! So we won't be naming the next three characters, Rosa, Rydia, and Edward, until we return to Kaipo after we get the Sand Ruby and bring Rosa back. So as soon as we get the Sand Ruby, that's when we're going to cut off the donation incentive for that.
And speaking of Rosa's name, I have a $20 donation from Leggy Starscream that says, apparently I got bullied during the Three Houses run. There's no way I can let that stand. Donation goes to naming Rosa after the love of my life. And they have donated to naming Rosa Zoe V. So thank you so much.
You're so cute. Oh my gosh. People are adorable. Okay, cool. Oh gosh, what am I doing? Hi, it's me, Netara, breaking things. So this fight is a little interesting because I apparently wanted to reset. Oops, I pressed the wrong button, so we just lost some time. Don't worry about it. I was a little too quick on the buttons because you have to use the same buttons for the reset, or not as the reset. Use the same buttons, at least two of the same buttons for running as you do for that, and I got overexcited. So, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. You'll get to see this section again! But what we were gonna do is what was called a run buffer. I also bought extra things. Don't worry about it. Listen, this is why you save everywhere, everyone. So you don't do silly things with a brand new controller. Yes, exactly. This is just more RNG manip. Would you believe I've actually never done that before? I've run buffered so many times and I've never reset my console doing it. I bet I'm gonna start doing it a lot more times. And no, this is not a 140 estimate. The 140 is a lie. This is a quality of life hack, so yes, it'll be faster. The 140 was because that was all the time we had in that spot and we put it there. Oops. One sec, let's see if I can change that while we're here. Ba-la-da. Da-la-da. Estimate. It is definitely... Let's put a 55 in there. There we go! We fixed it. Go team. Don't worry about it. Also, team, don't reset. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Okay, we fixed it. I'm still probably gonna come in overestimate now. Hi, my name's Netara and I'm real good at this game. So here we are, gonna do some inventory management because that's a really important part of this game. I'm just gonna repeat everything. Oh hey, right, I bought an extra stack, which is not gonna be confusing at all. That, and we're gonna move that down, because heck it.
Well, while you're redoing things, I will mention that in addition to the Final Fantasy IV names, most of which are still open, we also have the Dragon Warrior randomizer coming up, and you get to pick Sparko's sprite. Right now, Wario is in the lead, followed closely by Link, but you could change that with your donations. So get on in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool incentives, so definitely keep an eye on those. There's goals we need to meet and bid wars, so yeah, lots of cool names. And there's still a lot of names for this game that you can still snipe, so... Hi, guess who's gonna save outside of here, just in case I do something silly again? It's me! Ba-na-na-na. Sadly, you still walk slow when they auto-walk you. I'm also using a turbo controller, which is why you probably see text going so fast, because mashing hurts a lot. I love this fuchsia discussion. Beautiful. Okay, now Netara, don't press the start and select button along with your run button. So, this fight is usually a push A to win fight, but in order to try and make it faster, we're going to do a technique called run buffering. And what run buffering is if you run in an unrunnable fight, you get a message pop up, and while that message is up, all the ATB is actually paused for everybody, but I still have control of my character, so it allows you to kind of push commands in ahead of other folks. I missed that last buffer, so whatever. So it allows you to kind of get things in a little faster than you're supposed to. Carrot, get out of here. No one likes you. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. We did it. Go team. What is plot? Okay, so it turns out, for at least right now, the girl's name is Rydia. And so she's joining us. And she didn't trust us at first because we killed her mom and burned down her town. But she's here now. And we saved her, so she trusts us a little more. Not sure she should, but there we go. Okay, so we're going to start off immediately with some menuing and messing up. Don't plink when you have turbo on, just notes. So we're immediately putting Rydia in the back row, and we are going to, oh gosh, and we're also putting the tiara on her immediately, because it's a mid-tier item that we got way earlier in the game than we should have, and so because of that, it's going to allow her to, generally speaking, not just get one shot by the upcoming boss, which is important because she's going to be our main damage dealer and she has 30 HP. So putting her in the back row also really assists with that. So here we go, Watery Pass. We're currently heading to Damsian because we just found our girlfriend Rosa, who tried to follow after us and unfortunately got desert fever. So isn't doing too well right now, but needs a sand ruby to help her. However, only the royalty of Damsian has access to the sand rubies, so we're heading to Damsian to help her and get that. Tella, however, is heading to Damsian because his daughter just ran off to marry a wicked bard, as he calls him. So he's going to save her. Tella life, truth. Listen, let's not have the debate about what the sand ruby is made out of. But yes, it is very likely antlion poop. That is correct. And here's the follow-up to that question. If the sand ruby is antlion poop, how is it that they administer it to Rosa to cure her? Just asking those real questions here.
Hey, the more modern translation at least implies that it's antlion afterbirth, because it only happens when they're egg-laying season.
Whoa. Well, you know what? Actual people do that too, so that's not as potentially terrifying as, poop.
I don't know, which is more terrifying? I don't know. I'm kind of torn on which is more terrifying. Yeah, see, it's a little torn.
I'm not sure if this is a question I want to pose to chat. Anyways, we did go out of our way to pick up that darkness sword. There's not many swords for Cecil on the entire route we're going, so we have to make sure to pick up what we can to really help in future sections. And the boss we're about to fight is actually weak to the elemental on that sword, so it helps a lot. I love how fast you walk. So good. He's coming! Octoman! Okay, so next boss time. Okay, let's see what we get here. Okay, so we are immediately going to equip that sword. We need that. We're going to get some lits in here. So at this point, Octomam is the fastest boss in the game. But for every leg that he loses, he actually slows down. So first tentacle takes 3 hits, the next 7 take 2 hits each. And as you can see, when you equip and use it as an item, the dancing dagger deals massive damage. So we're going to take advantage of that. For the first few turns, Tella is going to be doing lit, both to do hits and a bit of damage. but before too much longer, we're actually going to stop him because he just stops doing any amount of damage. And the amount of damage he does isn't helpful enough, and the hits, we've already slowed Octoman down enough. Yeah, it's Octomammoth, so technically Octomom. I like it better as Octomom, but you know. No! Darn it, well, good thing. So this is one of those dangers. Even with that extra gear, you can have her die. But that's fine, because rather than stopping Tella immediately, we just get him to use this. Okay, perfect. And then we'll stop him. Okay, stop. Yeah, Edward with the spoon. Exactly. Okay, so we're about... Oh! Turn early. Excellent. Okay, so there's going to be a cutscene here. So this is where you do some inventory management because nothing else you can do here.
Okay, then I will cut in with a $25 donation from Northern Yeti.
Woo!
Who says, money to feed the piggies and the pallies. Great job, Netara.
Yay, thank you! There will definitely be piggies and pallies. Okay, we don't worry about Tella being low HP. He's taking the hit so Radio doesn't have to. Excellent! We're doing pretty good. Considering we literally reset 10 minutes into our run, we're doing great! Thanks for the donation, Mr. Yeti. Ba-ba-da-ba, we did it! Go team. Boop. Okay, so this is a menu usually we would wait until we get a little further to make sure that we don't get any encounters. But I'm not going to get any encounters, so we do that menuing now. We make sure to do all the shifting right away because that saves a lot of shifting later. We have it set up specifically so when someone else leaves, another person goes exactly into the spot we want them in. So I shouldn't have to rearrange folks until before we fight Mylon.
And I'm going to cut in and thank Cleric for the subscription for 3 months. Thank you so much.
Woo! Also, I hear rumors of spoons and bards. So you're going to notice that I'm pausing during this cutscene. One of the things I'm manipulating for the glitch is actually in-game time, and when you pause, as you can see, the messages still go ahead. I do still have to unpause, otherwise Tella won't actually attack. But the messages will come up whether I'm paused or not, but it does pause the in-game timer, so a little bit of manipulation and hope everything goes well. Rude, Tella. But yes, this is a Yes 64 run. Please stop! So I've done pause, so that goes on. Whoop. Time for a chat. Okay. Ba-ba-da-ba. Beep boop. I wish pausing did keep up the Spoony Bard longer. Unfortunately, it does not change the timings. I wish. I would legit pause over that for the memes. And yes, the PSP FF4 version is so pretty. Casual, that's my preferred version. Speedrunning, however, the regular vanilla of this is the fastest. Because of all the glitches. Most of the other versions aren't as glitchy as the Super Nintendo and Super Famicom versions are. So we're talking about, it turns out the bard that Anna ran away with is actually the Prince of Damsian, and she jumped in front of arrows in order to protect him. Because she figured that he would be more valuable to the world than her. It does not stop Edward from being incredibly sad about this, which makes sense. So, however, we are going to get our next vehicle, and the reason why Damsian is the key to the Sand Ruby, we are going to get our hovercraft. And with this and the quality of life, I can zip zoom around. Look at us go. If you thought these things were hard to navigate without super speed, imagine it with super speed. Okay, so away we go. Now, there's a safety life down here, which is technically not as required in this version of the run because there's no random encounters, so you're less likely to die. However, I have still needed it, even in this quality of life version. So, yeah, we're gonna still pick it up. Okay, it's antline time. Listen, the GBA version is excellent too, but there's nothing really defining about it which makes it especially special other than it's portable, and the PSP version has that too. So, guess what? Edward can also use a dancing dagger, so guess who gets to be our other DPS here? It's Edward! We don't want to attack Antlion because they do counter any physical attack, but using the dancing dagger like this counts as a magical attack, so it's totally fine. Okay, got that management done. Go team. So we got the Sand Ruby. Okay, so got the Sand Ruby, we're ready to go back to Damsian. So now that the Sand Ruby has been acquired, we are going to close the naming incentives for Rosa, Rydia, and Edward. So we just have to do a cutscene, and then I will be naming all of those characters. Oh, again. There we go. Oh, I love those straightaways. Whoop. In we go. Ah, don't walk in front of my door. There we go, we did it. So one of the reasons I did the inventory management when I did is because we wanted to make a space for that Sand Ruby to go into, so we knew it would be the first slot in this menu. It doesn't save much, but it still saves time. So it's really good. So now that we've woken up Rosa, she explains to us that she wanted to find Cecil because A, she was worried about him, and B, she found out that there's a new captain of the Red Wings, Golbez, and they're still going to steal the crystal. And we inform her, well, Damsian's crystal's already been taken, so the group decides, hey, let's go to Fabul and see if we can't warn them about it. So this is just a cutscene fight. We're just gonna hold A to win because this water hag has 45,672 HP. So if there's any donations or anything you want to read out, Kinda Nerdy Housewife, now's the time.
Okay, and I have closed those naming donations. But we still have Tella Yang, Palamporum, and Sid left if you have ever wanted a Final Fantasy IV character named after you or something you like. So get those donations in. This would just be a good time to remind everyone while we're here. This is RPGs We Love 3, and we are raising money to send the Valkyries to RPG Limit Break. And any leftover money we have at the end of the event will also go to RPG Limit Break's charity of choice, which is the National Alliance on Mental Health, or NAMI. So it's really cool. So get your donations in. Coming up next, we have the Dragon. Is it Warrior Quest? I don't know. the Dragon Warrior randomizer. Yes, it is Warrior for the randomizer. And you get to pick Sparko's sprite. So right now, Wario is in the lead with $50, and Link is close behind with $10. We also, after that, have the Curse of the Azure Bonds coming up. And we still have a bunch of party names you can donate for there. and a favorite fruit and a name of the quest and all sorts of good incentives, so check those out.
Okay, back we go, and it is time to name, and let's see whether I remember the first time where to name these characters. I think it's in this little hut. No, get out of the door. That is my house. No, stop this. Stop this madness immediately. Okay, seriously? Are we really doing this? Hello? Okay, fine, we're gonna leave and respawn this NPC because they apparently hate us. Okay, thank you. Wow, that was incredibly rude. Okay, so I have the names. So let's get Edward first. Edward's gonna be Booper. I love that. Booper. I'm just gonna keep giggling over that. Okay, so now it's Rydia's turn, who I believe got named Trixie. Lovely. I believe that's a shout out to one of the community members. So lovely. And last but certainly not least, let's name our girl. That's gonna be Zoe. I believe it was Zoe V. Blam! Named. Edward actually... Oh my gosh. Edward actually is kind of the hero, at least at the beginning of this run. Friend, you are my new worst enemy, and I don't like you. Okay. Whee! So now we're gonna take this back around the corner, because we have to get to Fabul, and we need to traverse Mount Hobbs to do that. Now, I have to actually park my hovercraft in exactly that spot. It is legitimately, not even joking, part of the glitch manipulation. If you do not park the hovercraft right there on the side of the mountain, the glitch won't work. You will soft lock. We saw that, MSK. Don't think we didn't. You're on the bad list now. Listen, I think we've all done those accidental misclicks. Okay, yay! Trixie learned Fire 1 with the power of cookies or trauma counseling, or maybe both, just to never use it again. Hurrah! So now that we're here on Mount Hobbs, we are going to go and see if we can't get to Fabul. But hey, look, there's something happening on the summit. I want to say I don't need luck, I have skill, but that's a blatant lie. Okay, so this fight, like the previous one, does have an element of RNG. I think that's a good value. You can tell by the values of that first hit whether this will be a 3, 4, or 5 turn fight. We need it to be 3 to be faster. It's technically fine if it's not 3, but it's bad. Don't do it. Anyways, we did it! Yay, go team! So you can actually pause buffer in order to manipulate that. But first, let's fight Bomb Bomb! So we have to do 800 damage on her in this phase in order to go to the next phase. And we really need Trixie and Booper to stay at full health so they can survive the next phase. Like, that's super mondo important. So we're gonna scroll right back around to Rosa in order to get that. Wow, you tried to hit her again. That is incredibly rude. Leave Trixie alone. Okay, so we're gonna sit on kick, and I think we've got the timings right. The timings for this is actually different in the 1.1 version. So. Okay, feels like too long, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. So. Cool. Let's see which one we get. Okay, it's bottom. So I was keeping an eye out on the damage values of the back 2 orange ones because we need to, we want Rosa to kill one of them, but we need her to kill the highest value one, or the one that took the most damage. We're just gonna fight. We leave our powerhouses of Trixie and Booper in order to take out the Grey Bombs, as they have 100 HP each, darn it, while the orange bombs only have, I think it's 50? Whatever, there we go. That is pretty nice. That's because they're fabulous. Ba 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 ba. I think that would be your bullying girlfriend. You have to blame her. We saw some bullying here live on stream. So here's Yang. He is a karate man from Fabul, and he was up here and training his troops, his other fellow monks, when they were ambushed. And unfortunately, the rest of the monks were killed. He is super great, so is fine. But now we have to rush back to Fabul in order to try and beat them there. And by them, I mean Baron. Okay, we also have quite a bit of time before we are going to be shutting off the naming incentive for Yang, Tella, Palam, and Porum. We'll be naming them all once we get back to Baron after Mysidia, after the Serpent Road. So we'll cut that off once we step onto the Serpent Road. So I'll try and give a warning when we hit Paladin to let you know that we're almost done. That you're gonna get your last chance. Okay, now this Fabul Gauntlet, there is a reason I saved before coming into here, and that's because it is frankly terrifying. We have only 3 people, we have no curative items that matter. That one life potion's not gonna help us. And we've got our glass cannon of Edward, who we need to stay alive, and yeah, have we mentioned he's a glass cannon? So these folks, especially these fighters, hurt real bad. So we're going to be really taking advantage of our run buffers in order to try and ensure that he takes as little damage as possible, but part of that's going to come down to RNG. Cool, we're already set up for the dupe I need to do. Fabo. Did we skip becoming a paladin? No, we have not, and we will be becoming a paladin. Don't you fret. Just talking about the naming incentives. No, we're doing Fabul first. Oh gosh, Dark Knight Cecil is so bad. I would never skip becoming a paladin. So bad, you everyone. Like, oh my gosh, okay, you do that. That was slow, but you know what happens. Okay, so we have specific folks we're going to attack here. That water hag is actually weak again to the elements on Cecil's sword. The imp is an imp. And still sometimes does not die. Because this game is silly. Emmy, please. Go. We must withdraw. Smash him! Okay. That looked a little weird, but I'm sure it's fine. That's right. Right, yep. Keep hitting them. Okay, that actually works out. Generally speaking, we don't attack the general because it's not a guarantee we'll kill him, but it is actually faster because these fighters will not actually fight if, sorry, I had to complete that dupe early, if that if the general isn't there. So, and I managed to get my dupe done early, so that's fabulous. Because it is absolutely essential that I dupe that Fireclaw. Absolutely game-ending essential. So, but we got it duped early. Usually we dupe it in this fight, but it just worked out, so I took advantage.
The Baron fighting forces are the least well-trained military force in existence.
It's true, except those fighters actually hit real hard. We are a little bit further, or we have a little bit more HP for Edward, so that's good. Honestly, if he can make it to the final of these 6 fights, we're doing pretty good. Yeah, sadly we are actually getting the vanilla Zeromus sprite. I will spoil that. I have actually talked to Board about, is it possible to change it in this? And he was like, I don't think so, no. Just because of the mechanics of how everything's all set up. I was like, but please? And he was like, no. So, we tried. He might be able to. No, I think that's more, it's harp music that's 100% just no. Because it changes the sad music, so anytime the sad music is there, you'd get the randomized harp music. That'd be real weird. Yay, we did it. Go team. Yeah. Listen, don't spoil it, Accident. Don't you dare spoil it. Morning, y'all! I mean, wait. Hey, High Spirits. Hopefully you got some rest. So, in this fight, we can't actually win it, so we are going to try and help this Dragoon along. Please, RNG, be nice. So far, it's not. Cecil, why did you do this to me? So, I got bad RNG, so I'm getting extra text. Yeah, it's, that's no fun. All you can do. There is no way to manipulate that, unfortunately. That's just RNG. And it's a marathon, so we got bad RNG. It's fine. Everything is good. Oh heck, I didn't split. Okay, there we go. Split. We actually saved some time, even with me forgetting to split. I was only a few seconds late. So we're good. We had lost time because of my reset earlier, and we've already made it all back. Thanks, Turbo! Oh wait, hold on a sec, I think I've got my... Okay, here we go. No, we lost a lot more time than I thought, but we made up like almost 4 minutes there, so we're doing great. I had my sum of average on, not my sum of best. Oopsie doodle. No, don't blow up the sun, please. It's warm and I need it. Look at us go. Lydia is so good. Look at her. Okay, we're going to have to do some very specific menuing now in a moment, though, once we get through these cutscenes. But if there's anything kind of nerdy has to say, then the floor is yours. Otherwise, let's just chill here to this chill music.
Not too much right now. We still have all those Final Fantasy IV character names if you want Pelimporum, Yang, or Tella to be named after you or something you love or something you hate. It's up to you. Your time for that is drawing near, so get those in. And of course, we still have the Dragon Warrior Randomizer sprite and all those Curse of the Azure Bonds incentives around too, so check those out.
Yeah, there's definitely been no spite donating happening at all for this run. Cough, Palimporum, cough. Okay, so we got our things. We're gonna do some really important menuing here. We desperately need to get that hat back, and the most important, oh gosh, good, my dupe worked. I was a little afraid for a moment. Okay, so we're doing a full dupe, so we actually see the stack, because we don't need to sell it as such. We just needed to do that. So now we have a black box, a stack of black box for Fire Claws. That is about, I believe, 254 exactly. I could be wrong though. Either way, everything's good. We took things, we equipped things. We're ready to go. We're going on a boat. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Especially not in a Final Fantasy game. Listen, I personally advocate for people teasing each other while giving us money. Like, please, everyone, give us your money to tease your best friends, people you adore, enemies. We're here for this. Because, especially if they're your enemy, you're helping us do something good while tormenting someone else. Though we don't actually advocate for tormenting people. Forget them, they're not worth it. It's much more fun to torment your friends. Definitely, torment your friends. That's way more fun. Then they can swear at you later and, like, beat you up in video games. This could be Yiz. How do you pronounce that, anyways? I always pronounce it Yiz. Okay, we are going to have a very important debate coming up. So here we are, we're on a boat, everything's fine, nothing to worry about. However, disaster's going to strike shortly. And so we have an important question. Did Yang jump, or did Cecil push him? In this upcoming cutscene, keep an eye on it, and chat, let me know which one it is.
Okay, in the 3D remake, he clearly jumps.
But this is not the 3D remake.
That is a good point.
Yeah. Lucky you're my hero. Yeah, I'm on a Cecil pushed first. I'm on Team Cecil pushed. One last act as a Dark Knight.
But it's justified, though, because Yang is not wearing heavy armor and someone has to save Rydia.
You don't have to push him. He could have jumped. He could have jumped in himself. Pushing him in is not going to help.
Cecil can't go in and save Rydia with 100 pounds of plate armor on. No.
Sorry, Scala, to inform you, you're on the wrong team. He obviously was pushed in by the evil Dark Knight Cecil. Hey, man! Oh no! Oh no, our boat! So, giving an estimate, we have about 10-ish minutes to get donations in for the last 4 names, those being Yang, Tella, Palam, and Purim. If you want to know why the other characters can't be named, keep watching. Yeah, he also tries to off Edward, but Edward's like, nah, if I'm lying on the ground, I am much harder to push off. I know how physics work. Okay, so we're gonna do some shopping first, though, because shopping's great. Actually, we're also gonna sell this for a moment, because money route, sub. Anyways, okay, cool. Mine gear. No, stop this. Stop this. The NPCs really don't like me. Actually, they do hate you in here. Okay, now this is the really important shop. Okay, so, okay, and now we're gonna sell 1, 2. Excellent. So we just sold 270 stacks out of that stack of fire claws, so we should theoretically now have 114 fire claws. Usually if it's anything with a 4 at the end, I assume it's correct. What could possibly go wrong? So we come into Mysidia being like, hey yo, the world's in danger, we need help. I've been separated from all the help I had. And the Elder's like, you literally just attacked us not 51 minutes ago and stole our crystal. No, we're not helping you. And Cecil's like, but the world. So the Elder's like, tell you what, if you go to the mountain and become a paladin, then we'll know we can trust you and we'll help you. And Cecil's like, but the world. And the Cecil is all, hey, listen. Or no, so the Elder's like, listen, it's paladin or no help. And so Cecil's like, fine, whatever. And then the Elder's all like, yeah, and take these 2 5-year-olds. And you're like, what? Which is hilarious because you're just like, they're literally 5 years old. You don't trust us enough to try and help us save the world, but yet you'll give us 2 5-year-olds? What? Like, no, you were the worst.
They're at least very powerful 5-year-olds.
Yes, they are, but they are still 5-year-olds, and you are theoretically an incredibly powerful Dark Knight. They don't know that your sword is bad. It's like, what is happening? Anyways, I just like to throw shade on the Elder as much as possible, because you're like, what? What is happening here? Childcare ain't cheap. Whoa! Piece of free advice for all of you here. Don't give your 5-year-olds to confirmed, like, murderers just because it's cheaper childcare. Just don't do it. Don't do it. I gave you that advice free, so you're welcome. I'm part of the. I believe the plot is that the Elder's trying to get rid of them. Yes, that is also my theory. He's like, these kids are troublesome. If I send them with the Dark Knight and they succeed, cool. And if they don't, bonus. It's like, as far as I'm concerned, that Elder is the worst person in this game. Like, don't worry about Golbez. Don't even worry about Zemus and Zeromus. The Elder is the true villain of this story. Hashtag Evil Elder. Also, so we show up and Tella's here like, yeah, I'm trying to get an important spell in order to defeat Golbez because I'm not yet powerful enough and he killed my daughter. And the two twins are like, oh my god, it's Elder Tella! He's a celebrity! And he's just like, oh, children. Now let us adults talk. And so, of course, Tella completely ignores the children, which I also find amusing. While they're just, like, all a flurry. They're all a flutter. There's so many. You run games like this long enough, you start making all of the memes. Okay, so we're gonna do some rearranging and equipping. Because as I mentioned, we cannot do the mimic glitch. Come back here, I wasn't done with you. We have to do other strategies. So anyone who's familiar with this game might be familiar with said strategies, but if not, well, you're gonna learn them. Okay, got a hat, silver, and I forgot to give you the change rod, and that's good, and we're gonna move this up. Boom, save just for lulz, and away we go. So what we're gonna be doing for this first fight are called, twin strats. Sorry, I lost words. They just disappeared. Okay, let's do it. Okay. So we want to use these Cure 2s and kill off these these ghasts before Mylon sends them to attack you. And if I get the timing right, that's no problem. Because you can make one twin do something and the other twin will queue them up, so you essentially get an extra turn out of it. It's lovely. So, perfect timing. And we got Flare Blam. That is the spell we wanted. Super. See how the rest of it goes. You just chill. You're fine. Blam. So we're gonna do a little bit of extra damage there. We wanted Porm in the middle because whichever twin is in the highest priority position is the one the twin cast takes the stats from. And the middle position is the highest priority position. And Porm has the tiara, which is really good. So you want that. Let's get this out of here. So yeah, that gives her the highest amount. So her in the middle, excellent. That's not where you want her for basically any other strat, but it works. Yeah, is this even randomized? Like, really? Okay, so first off, let's cure our hurtin' peeps. I'm actually not going to cure Tella because I'm rude or something. Okay, we're going to do this. Nope, wrong one. Not gonna do magic because we want to piggy some friends. Hope you all like piggy spells. Form. Let's do. Okay, let's see how we go. Second half. I wonder if I'm having problems with that button. Okay. Yep, we are doing piggy percent. Okay, so we're gonna be doing some combo moves here. Mylon Z hurts a lot though, so. Yes, good. Got a flare. Lovely. Oh, good damage too. Fabo. Okay, not so Fabo, but we're fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We're gonna switch up the strats a bit. Because I actually want someone to die here for experience manipulation. Whatever. Bacon is too strong, correct. now we're probably gonna... Oh yeah! Guess who's organizing their inventory? It's Netara! Drag things down. Yeah, that poison text box is terrible. Yeah! But we saved another minute, so we're actually almost back on track, everyone. Good news. Okay. So now, we're poisoned piggy, but that's okay. Listen, listen, other people can fall flat into the deep ravine, not me. So because this cutscene is programmed a bit weird, where Tella, Palom, and Porum all register as NPCs, but Cecil doesn't, they're all normal, alive, not poisoned, not pigs, while Cecil's a piggy, who's becoming a piggy pally. So anyone who has FFZ, I believe the piggy pally emote is active in the Valkyries chat, so spam your piggy pallies. Yeah. We in there. Isn't that the best? That was made by Dravenheart, one of our community members. One of our Valkyries as well, but also a community member in the Final Fantasy IV speedrunning. So let's get some stuff going here. So so now that we have Dancing Daggers and a Paladin Cecil, we're going to combine those. So we're Paladin, so this is your last chance in order to get any of those donations in for the last few naming incentives. So if you want to name Yang, Tella, Palom, or Porum, this is your opportunity to snipe. Otherwise, just chill and enjoy the run. Okay, so... Oh yeah, we got a 3-turn fight. That was excellent. So, it depends on the damage values as to whether you get a, how many turns that fight is. So we got a good one. Yeah, listen, my RNG is out of this world. You wouldn't even think this is randomized. Oh, wait. We will be running Free Enterprise. I believe it's Thursday evening, and I am one of the runners for that. The category we'll be doing is Rydia Percent, so definitely tune in for that. That's going to be a, I believe, 4-person race. Myself, Silverfire, Moonblaze Wolf, and Leggy Starscream, I believe. If I mixed up any of those names, I'm sorry. My brain is bad. Oh, hello there. Hello there, Sil. It's gonna be fabulous. I've practiced. Oh, it's tomorrow. Cool. That's good to know. So I actually show up? No, it's in my calendar. No, it's not Whoops all Rydia. It's, hey, you're gonna start with Rydia. You have to find a Rydia and, like, do a bunch of summon and edge-related things. It's Pigeon me. Moon is Pidge. I tried to put Leggy in there. You know what? Both Leggy and Pidge are awesome. I'm happy to play with either of them, or both of them. Yeah, sorry Leggy, you're also now playing with us now. It's a 5-person race. Woo! Okay, so we're a Paladin, so we are going to climb back down the mountain. And one of the things that we start looking for at this point, and again, this is going to seem really specific, but we need a yellow chocobo to leave the screen at a very specific point. So usually, you would have a grid to check for this, but because I'm not on a step route, I can save, reload, and actually manipulate this. So here we go. One sec. Okay. It should be perfect. We will find out shortly. Oh, let's take that turbo off. You can't run effectively with turbo on, apparently. Woo, look at us zoom. Zooming's still faster even when you're bad at it. Okay, let's see. Yep, we got it. Perfect. In this cutscene that's coming up, I will actually I'll bring up the overlay. So, actually, no, I won't, because I don't have it on this thing. We have a set of red bars that we put up, and it shows, as long as the chocobo leaves in, and doesn't touch, the top of its head doesn't touch any of those red bars, you will, do just fine. Everything will be fabulous. The glitch will work just fine. But if it's touching any of those, you'll need to get another one. So again, I manipulated it. I know from past doing this, that spot was exactly correct. It was good.
Okay, so while we're learning about legendary legends, can I pop in with a donation?
Heck yeah, you can. Lots of them. We're just, talking.
I have $5 from Demarine that says, this one is for Netara, who always knows how to pop in and get me to smile. I look forward to hearing you in person. Thank you so much, Demarine.
Yay, you too, Demi. Okay, so we are just about to cut off this incentive. So as soon as I hit that Serpent Road, which is in less than a minute, so this is your last chance to snipe those names. And then we are out of incentives for this run. Okay. So we're gonna cut that off right now. We actually have a few things to do here before we're gonna do that, but want to get that cut off a little bit early just to be safe.
We're cutting off Sid too?
Yep, yeah, all of them. Or actually,
Okay.
Sid, no, not Sid. Not
Okay.
Sid, I forgot about Sid. No, we don't have Sid yet. Sid's fine, leave Sid. Oh, get out of my door. Is this gonna be, like, a theme here? Stop this. Stop this. I hate every NPC. Why are they so mean to me today? Apparently NPCs don't like Turbo. Yeah, everyone does. Especially me. I'm a monster like that. Okay, so first we're gonna fight these lovely folks by Dancing Dagger to the face. As one does. Yes, I know the rows are like that. They're like that on purpose. Okay, okay, cool. That's the other one. Oh, right, do you have that on? You do. Good. Chill. Babbo! Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, now we actually can't do anything here until the second kick, so we're gonna be just kinda chilling. Okay. And at that point, we're just gonna hit with Cecil or attempt to just fight with Cecil. Doesn't even need to hit. He can literally miss and will succeed. Ouch. Does Hourglass even exist? No. No, it does not. Which is sad. But we did it! Go team! Do I have Yang? I don't even have Yang in my little, quick list. Weird. You know what you did, Sid. You know what you did. I don't know what he did. Okay, and once again, I shuffled the items around a little bit. So that item, yes, Ghost Girl. Yeah, so the item we're about to get, which looks like Jafar's staff, the icon, will go into that empty spot, and so I can just mash through it. I don't need to direct my pointer anywhere else. But yeah, we call that NPC Ghost Girl because all the NPCs freeze once you start doing this. And she's very often in the way, and so the game handles that by just literally walking right through her as if she was not there. Okay, now we are going to do some really important shopping. So I'm turning every turbo I have off because I do not want to muck up this shopping. I'm not even being... Stop this. Stop this immediately. So I'm not even playing. Yes, it's very specific. This one's not so bad. We're just buying a stack of 10. Cool. No, come back! No, don't leave me. I'm sorry, I love you. Okay, cool. So we're gonna buy 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're gonna buy 8. And those. Blam. So those items that I bought in those weird amounts and stacks were bought for manipulating the glitch. They are going to act as X, Y, and Z coordinates. For what you ask? Just stick around. Just stick around. This run gets really magical. It has those couple of big glitches at the beginning, and then really is quite vanilla for a while. And then the end of this run goes off the rails. Very amazingly. And since this is a marathon, and I've already reset on myself once, we're gonna save real quick. We have some menuing to do anyways, so this is the perfect time to do it. So we're gonna swap these two back because they need to swap. Cool. Magic. What I'm doing here, it's called an MP underflow. I'm selecting a spell I don't have enough MP to use, and I'm trying to swap it with a spell I do have enough MP to use. It's great. So we're gonna equip some things real quick. Hey Yang, sub. Because again, this is specific, because I have to take that specific Ice Claw. If you don't, things are bad. Okay. Equip Cecil. Poor lad. He's been sitting there without any gear. That's fine. He's fine. He's fine. Okay, did that. Okay, cool. We're good. We're gonna save. Away we go. So yes, that MP underflow is one of my favorite things about this run, and it makes for some super fun times, as we're going to see shortly. But first, we have to get in here and try and talk to the king. We're just like, hey, we have to find out what's going on and try and stop it. Yay, but we got another member of the party. We have Baigan, captain of the guards, or the chief guard. Hurrah. But it turns out he smells like monster, whatever that smells like, and so he's actually a villain. So we're gonna deal with him. Oh wow. Okay, good timing. That's fine. We got protected in time. Excellent. So there's gonna be a lot of people dying in this thing. That is good. I targeted the wrong person, but that's fine. Don't worry about that spell I just used. Thank you, Baigan. You're a real pal, legit, not even joking. Yeah, bye. Okay, cool. So we're just gonna do some chilling here. Where are those ether ones? Put the legend sword on, so we're ready for our next fight. So we did it! We used Meteo. Wow, it's so good that Tella got that and has enough MP to use it. So usually he has a hard cap on his MP, so he cannot use Meteo for, I don't know, plot reasons or something. However, we have put it on because we like having it. So, and we're gonna use it more than once. Now, we're gonna do some more shuffling around here. That. We need to make sure everyone is cured, and by everyone, I mean not Yang. Sorry, Yang. This is not your fight. Okay, wish me luck. Because I'm gonna need it. Tella doesn't always like to hit for the appropriate amount of HP in this fight. Because he's Tella. And he's been good so far, and that scares me. Okay, good. Oh, gotta select the right spell. Okay, so, after this fight is done, we will be cutting off the naming incentive for Sid. So this is your time to snipe. If you do want Sid in here, please hit for enough damage. You did it. Good job, Tella. I'm very proud of you. Goodbye, Kainazo. Yeah, even with the change rod, which we gave to Tella earlier, Tella can just not do enough damage on that lit 3. And things can be bad depending on how low that is. And if you forget to equip the change rod, things go even worse. Or forget to pick it up at the beginning of the game. But we're good. So we have a nice long cutscene, but yeah, now's the time to cut off that naming incentive for Sid, because as soon as we do get out of this series of cutscenes, we will be naming Sid. I just realized I didn't name the others. Oh, heck. Welp. I will have to make up for that somehow, because I realized I did not name Palom and Porum and they're about to die. I'm a bad streamer. I will certainly fix that. I can still name the others. I knew I forgot something. I scrolled too soon. That's okay. We'll do something cool. I know the people who donated for those, so I'll probably reach out to them and be like, hey, I want to name someone else. Just know that Palom was named Demi and Porum was named Rivers, and that's what we're going to call them from now on. It's Demi and Rivers. The twins for life. This is what we were insinuating when we were talking about people teasing each other. At least Sid'll have a name. See, Sid's name is gonna be Beardy. And let's see, where's Tella's name? Tella is gonna be Gramps. I love it. Thanks, Gramps.
Don't forget Jan.
Yes, don't forget him either. Who's gonna be Boop? Oh, that's awesome. Ba-la-da. Do, do. Also, just a heads up, I can't actually see Discord right now. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, there are people in 7 whose names aren't done. That'll be an interesting race. For a game I've definitely practiced in the last few months. Oh, I also didn't split either. We still have to get through all these cutscenes. Billions of cutscenes. Do 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 do. Enjoy these beautiful cutscenes of lots of posturing and airships. Also, don't mash X here. That's how you soft lock. Okay. Oh, apparently we're landing here. Good, or we're not. Excellent. Okay, so we're gonna pop in here and actually name the people who are remaining. Oh, we're going in this one. Okay, so let's get Beardy first. See if it's uppercase or lowercase. No, it's lowercase. Cool. Okay, got that one. Yes. Okay, we're gonna get, I believe we got Gramps. Love it. Okay, and last but certainly not least, gonna be our favorite kick person, whose name is gonna be Boop. Boop, beep, boop. Oh, go back. And okay, lovely. They're all named. Okay, let's see how well we can do this. Let's see if we can swag land. I don't think we can, but I'm gonna try. The right square even? No, I was not even the right square. Actually, that was pretty good. I'm not sorry about that. Okay, so we're gonna pop over here and somehow without even talking to anyone, we know that we have a friend here, and it's Edward. So he survived, and so looks like everyone but Rydia's survived so far, but he's been here since, and we're trying to get the crystal so we can trade it for Rosa. However, it's already been stolen by the Dark Elf. Also, when you are in an MP underflow state, you can't actually use magic outside of battle. So in order to do that, we had to use an ether to remove that MP underflow status. So don't worry, you'll be seeing more of that again. Also, let's get a black chocobo. I have to be incredibly careful here because if I get another yellow chocobo, I ruin the good work I did earlier. Okay. Ba-da-da. Once again, we're gonna do a quick safety save. I'm sure everything's fine. Listen, every Netara stream is Netara streams. Netara sings. For those who are not familiar with me and my streams, I have a compulsive need to sing along with all the music. I literally just can't not. It's bad when I'm playing randomizer races in a voice chat with people. So I'll just start singing the music of wherever I am. They're like, well, we know where Netara is. And I'm like, oh no. What have I done? Okay, so this walk is usually quite scary because of the back attacks and things. But, you know, not so much to worry about here because there's no encounters. Once again, one of the reasons why this is so beautiful. Now, we do have some menuing we have to do, so we're going to do that real quick, because it's really important. So we're going to do that there. Okay, and then we're going to swap them, and then I think we're swapping them, and then we're going to, perfect, and then lastly, but certainly not least, we're going to do some equipping. And remember that iron glove, or maybe you don't, that I stole earlier? That's going to have some use now. Because we can't survive this, and the best way to do it is, there's a mechanic in this dungeon where if you're wearing metal, you actually cannot move, you're paralyzed. So we took that iron glove off of Kane earlier, specifically so we would have it to put on Sid, so our entire party was wearing metal, making you die immediately in that fight, which is way faster than any of the alternatives. Let's see what song it is. Aww, vanilla. No, this actually can't be changed because every time this track plays, whatever the randomized track would be there. And that's not ideal. That's fine in the randomizer because this is literally the only spot it plays. Woo! It's Booper! Thanks, Booper! Okay, now we're gonna... Bird. Okay. So we have some very specific mechanics we want to do here. Okay. Which include... Sorry, Sid. So again, we're oh, that's perfect. That's where we wanted that week to go. Okay, perfect. And if everything went right, yeah, perfect fight. So when Dark Elf switches forms like this, he loses his boss bit. So now, unless Tella misses, like, Tella, stop this. Tella did this last run, I did this too. So is actually vulnerable to weak if Tella can hit. most of the spells have a mischance, and Tella's old, so has a chance to. Well, that's the first time we were Tella-life, so if you have Franker Face Z, get your Tella-life out in chat. Ugh, Tella, please. Okay, we did it. Go team. Ugh. Yeah, he'll just miss things. That's why, even though he's a bit of a powerhouse at this point of the run, I still hate him. He's just unpredictable. Things which should work perfectly just do not work. Because Tella's like, meh, whatever. I'm old, I don't care. And you're like, just do it! And he's like, no. Usually, also, you have exactly enough MP that you don't need to MP Underflow's Tella again until you get to the next boss. But, because he missed week, we're gonna have to MP Underflow him again. Meh, fine. Not right now, though. So, we are gonna actually have to get another black chocobo. Again, being incredibly cautious, because if I get a yellow chocobo, I have to fix things. But not only are we gonna get one of these, we're gonna park our friend here in a very specific spot. Have fun. Live in the forest. This is where you belong now. So we're gonna pop back into the castle now that we have gotten the crystal. Please say I remembered to pick it up. Yes, good, I remembered to pick it up. Because you can forget to pick up that crystal and walk right back out. Most of us have done it at least once. It's bad. Okay, cool. So now that we've done it, they're all like, hey, sup? Please now come out, get in your airship. We'll take you where to where the swap will happen. We don't like the swap very much. Okay, so we're actually, since we're here, we're gonna pre-menu. Actually, that's perfect, so we can MP Underflow really quickly this way, because we can do it off of an empty space. It actually didn't need to heal, I could have done that. And we should be fine, safe. Okay, we are saving though, because not dying. I can and have died to the next fight, so we don't want that. Follow us. Okay. Whenever I see that ship, I'm always like, it's filled with water hags! That's the icon we use, or the avatar we use in Free Enterprise for the water hag. Okay, time to go to the top of the tower. Now, usually without the quality of life hack, turning off all the encounters, this place is terrifying. The encounter rate takes a jump, and you just get every back attack, and it hurts real bad. So let's hope this goes a little better. Okay. Nope. Stop this. Okay. Okay. We do have some menu things we need to do. Oh, of course you did that. Of course you did that. Let's do our dupe anyways, but things just went kind of bad. We may not survive. Cool. Right? Yeah, we're dead. Excellent. This is why usually you have Yang alive as well. Now I'm gonna bring Yang back, because I've died one too many times to that fight. Luckily, everything else we did was fine. So, hey Boop, sup? We need ya. We need ya, fam. Okay, thank you. Okay. I really hate that trap chest. Oops. I apparently love Troya. Sup? Okay. Thankfully with Turbo, this cutscene will be fairly quick. Yeah, marathon, this is why you marathon save, because the marathon luck is strong. You can get through that flame dog fight without, but yeah. It's really difficult. Bring the girl. Okay, fine. Actually, let's bring the crystal and they'll bring the girl. Ba, 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 ba. Hopefully this goes better. Okay, you just do that. We don't actually need you. You're just here to soak some hits. crystal. Get out of here. Bye. Okay, now we just did a dupe because we need it. Okay, give me the fire sword. Thank you. Everything is great. Now, we're not actually going to cure up Yang in this upcoming fight. We don't want him alive for this upcoming fight, so he'll likely die on his own, but if he doesn't, we will take care of it. We'll take care of him. We do have to do some menuing before that, though. Thankfully, it doesn't take too long to get to the save point when you're walking at double speed with no encounters. Okay. We do want to make sure Cecil and make sure they're fine. We're gonna finish this dupe I started. We're gonna have a bigger stack than I usually want, but it's fine. Oh, actually, I didn't want to do that. That's fine. This. Okay, and we're gonna save. We're gonna form as well. Okay. Everything should be fine! Let's do it. Let us do... Oh yeah, trying to deal with the dead character manipulation. The reason we're doing that is it routes the XP because there's a shadow party who gets experience once you've gotten them and they leave for when they come back. So we're manipulating the experience going to that shadow party. Yeah, just down here. So we actually want to do this. Bye, Yang. We really need you not alive here. It is incredibly important to not have you alive. Actually, nope, that's not what I wanted. I wanted these to stay down at the bottom. There we go. Trying to set up some of my glitch in advance. Boop. No way! Delta attack failed! Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Okay, Gramps. Time for the final call. Let's do this. So actually, this is a great time if there's any new donations or anything you want to talk about, Kinda Nerdy Housewife, because we're just going to have a cutscene we're going to chill through.
Sure. So coming up next, we have the Dragon Warrior Randomizer, and we of course have a bid war for the Sparko Sprite. Right now, Wario is still in the lead, but you could change that with your lovely donations. And after that Dragon Warrior Randomizer run, we have the Curse of the Azure Bonds, and we have so many incentives for that. We have a bid war for naming all the party members, one for picking your favorite fruit. You can name the quest, and you can select the symbol of power. So I will put the incentives link in chat. Check those out.
Listen, Gramps, you've cast this spell twice already. You can definitely do it a third time. Come on. Are we searching for Sparko bridges again? Please. So, in this game, when you see people die, you don't believe they're dead unless you see their body flicker and disappear. I think it's the double dragon blink they refer to it as. So right now he's fine. He's totally okay. Don't worry about this plot point. I'm sure it won't be important. Golbas are just kind of like, meh. Do I hear that we're donating for Sparko bridges? What do we have to donate to see all of the Sparko bridges? For those who don't know, a Sparko bridge in Dragon Warrior Randomizer is a bridge that just goes to an empty plot of land, usually one block. So it's a block, it's usually a bridge and then one singular square, an island all by itself, and that's it. I'm not quite sure why they're called Sparko bridges, but they are. Anyway, so hey, it's Kane. Kane is back, and I'm sure he won't betray us. Ooh, yay, Kane has come back, wow. That's awesome. That is the best reason to get named after something. Okay, listen, I'm old, I have all the throwbacks. Oh look, 2 sprites, 1 tile. Aww. 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 Okay, now all of that manipulation of levels was leading up to this point, and if it has been done correctly, which I believe it has, Kane will join us and be at level 19 and everything will be good. Find out soon. Yay! Zoe V and Raga joined. Go team. Okay, speaking of go team. Yes! Excellent. Level 19, we in there. Because it really affects the upcoming fight as to whether Kane is that level or not. So we're going to give him that sword. Give him some gear, because we're pals. Hey, you know who else is a pal? You. Have some gear. Okay, and then we're going to change people around. I think actually we're just swapping Cecil and Rosa. And life, everything's good. Wish me luck. This fight is hard. This is not an easy fight, especially to do well. Nothing will possibly go wrong. Okay, now we purposely left everyone at low values here, because we... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. No, we're fine. Okay, we're actually gonna focus up here for a moment. People being in critical are good, because Cecil is going to cover all of them. So, that is ideal. But it does mean we have to keep Cecil cured, otherwise things go bad. Okay, but now that we got the 2 slows out from Rosa, Rosa's on keeping Cecil cured duty. Apparently I moved my cure 2s. Excellent. That was excellent timing. Uh-oh. I think we also need to use a heal. Nope, we're still fine. Okay, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Thankfully, we have these convenient heals here. Now he is. Yeah. No, he's not. It's fine. We're doing... This is actually going really well. Okay. Cure 2 going. what we want to see. Okay, did a little bit of shuffling. Excellent, we did it. Oof.
I'm gonna cut in here while we're watching this cutscene.
Woo!
And I just want to let everyone know that we've had a bit of an update to the schedule for the marathon. Unfortunately, we're going to have to cancel the Tabletop RPG session, but we will be rescheduling it for after the marathon, and we'll give you updates on that when it happens. To fill the time, we're going to have Starbird come in for a run of Phantasy Star 100% instead, so look out for that.
Woo! It's gonna be great. Yeah, unfortunately things happen and the Tabletop RPG just cannot happen today, and there's nowhere else on the schedule it will fit, so we're definitely going to make sure you folks have it. I'm one of the players in that, and it's going to be great. We did one practice round and there was a lot of laughing. We had a fabulous time, so definitely recommend you check that out. But we'll make sure that we post it on Twitter and in our Discord when we will be rescheduling that for. Wow, thanks, High Spirits. You're so nice. Okay, so we have defeated Val. We have our airship, and now we have access to the underground. So we're gonna head there, because it turns out, luckily for us, the crystals that we were looking for and that we just lost are not the only crystals. There's actually a second set of crystals, of 4 crystals that are underground. So we need to find those and save those. So what changed is the Tabletop RPG will not be happening. There were some issues. So instead, we will be putting Phantasy Star 100% by Starbird. What? There's no shenanigans in this run. I don't know what you're talking about. How dare you malign my good name? And the good name of this run. Spoilers, there actually are shenanigans. But not yet! Things are pretty normal for a little bit at least. Vaguely normal. No! Don't land on the side of a mountain! Don't worry about it, RPG Bay. It's totally predicted and fine. Way overestimate. Also, to note, this was in a hour and 40-minute slot, and we're already at, yeah. Like I say, we were gonna go over, so it's kind of good that we had some time to kill. We were kind of hoping that would be the case. Sadly, not the way that it happened, mind, but, it's fine. This is fine. I won't lie, I'm the one who put it in that slot, being like, we're good, we're fine, we're totally fine. Everyone was like, I was like, it's fine. It was not fine. Hey, we made it! Look, we're alive! Go team! Zoe V! Everyone! We know who we really care about. Okay, so, time to do some important stuff. Menuing first, though. We wanna swap. Okay, those are fine. I think we're doing that. And we're gonna do that anyways. And no, we're not. We're gonna do that. Okay, and now really important thing, super important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is actually super important, like, as you can see by the matching colors. And we're gonna count. So this is a great time to read off donations. I am gonna take off my headset and keep counting. We'll be back at 63. This is currently 1.
Okay. Oh my gosh, what should I talk about?
Luca.
So, yep, just to let you know, the RPG tabletop is canceled. It will be rescheduled for a later date. And instead, we will have Starbird playing Phantasy Star. So that will be super cool. Right after this run, we, of course, have the Dragon Warrior Randomizer. You still have a little bit of time left to pick Sparko's sprites. Currently, Wario is in the lead. We also have a bunch of incentives for Curse of the Azure Bonds coming up, like lots of them with bid wars with nothing in. So if you want a good value for your donation, get in for those Curse of the Azure Bonds incentives. We have name the party members, pick the favorite fruit, name the quest, and select the symbol of power, all of which are up for grabs as little as $1. So get on there, get something cool for a low price. We also have 2 unmet goals for Secret of the Silver Blade. The first is turn on the music, which is currently only $10 out of $98. And we also have rescue Flan, Clerk, and Sasha, which is 0 out of $50. That's much later in the marathon, so you still have a lot of time to get those fulfilled, but starting now makes it easier.
Oh, hi. I return after walking 63 flights of stairs. So, the programmers in this game figured people wouldn't go up and down the stairs that much. So rather than making them increment and then decrement when you go down them, they just increment whether you're going up or down. Yeah, it's bad. But that's fine. Okay, so now we're doing a boss which is rude, but hopefully things will be fine. And the boss after it is incredibly rude. So we're going to focus up a little bit here. Yeah, don't worry, we're breaking things real bad. So that all of those stairs I did were set up. Basically, we're overflowing a buffer. And 64 is our magic number, which is why the run which doesn't do this is called noCW. Because this is the 64 floor glitch. Anyways, first we have to fight 2 bosses. Yeah, this is not free. It might be free in Free Enterprise, but not here. It hurt real bad if we don't do it right. In order to make sure the dolls don't combine, you have to kill the last blue and the last orange doll at the same time. Okay, so first off, we're gonna slow the dolls. It will only affect the blue dolls, but still, that helps. Every little bit helps. Okay. Kicks in, which help. Wow, that was a low roll, but that's fine. Next up, we're gonna mute the party for reasons which have to do with the next fight. Okay, that one. So here I'm just kind of bouncing between which of the dolls I'm fighting. Again, we need to have a blue and a yellow there at the same time, so... Okay, cool. Muting. Excellent. So the reason we're muting has to do with priority. Okay, we'll do that just for... So status ailment priority, which is a really important thing. So if you have certain a status ailment which is a higher priority than another one, you will not, we're gonna parry here, you won't be able to get a lower priority one. So mute is higher than paralyze, which is all I'm gonna note here for the record. So we're gonna do that. Like this. you're gonna do another cure 2. This time on you. That's fine. You're fine. We're gonna kick. And we're gonna do that. And pray. We should be fine. Because if you do it fast enough, they don't join and become the Calcabrena doll. Yes, we did it. Good job. Okay, now we're still focusing up because the first input of the next fight is incredibly important and really hard. So I'm not even going to put on turbo for this. I'm legit mashing. So the very first input is where make or break for this next fight. So here we go. Okay, I think we got it. Okay, now we're gonna do some shuffling. Because inventory's cool. Because since we're muted, we can't get paralyzed. So, we can sit in our menu and rearrange things for reasons. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. The realtor! Okay, so now we're jumping back down to the bottom. Mule time, Shadow! Thanks. Where to? Ice Claws. Okay, move that up to the Cure Staff. Where are you hiding? Nope, wrong one. Nope, where's my other one? If I only bought 3, this runs over. Okay, we're good. Fire Claw, Cure, Staff. I have to make sure this is perfect because things will break in real bad ways if it's not. So, excellent! So last thing we have to do is we need to equip a Fire Sword. So where are those sitting? Hello? Never mind. Let's just do that for a moment. Oh, they're right there! Hey, sup? Okay, cool. And you, Dan! Fight! So you have to wait, you have until Golbez says, and you, Dan, in order to get this done. What I needed to do, other than setting up my inventory, we are trying to kill Golbez before Rydia actually shows up. So we wanted Raga to land his jump right there. Sadly, we got 2 bad damage rolls, but otherwise we would have skipped this text. But we still have a chance to skip Rydia showing up. Maybe. Who is it? No, I don't think so. I think she's gonna show. Come on, kill him! Yeah, we did it. So we did get Rydia skip, at least partially. Oh, I also didn't. Did it go team? Okay, so now, now things starts to get a little real. Welcome. If you are here now, please do not leave. This is where you want to stay. This is where everything is magic. We have about 10 minutes left of this run. Yes, 10 minutes. We just defeated Golbez. We just got underground. How are we going to get the rest of the underground, the moon, the giant, the moon again, all done before we, in 10 minutes? Just watch.
Okay, I'm going to bump in here with a quick donation.
Sure.
I have $3 from Scala Kitty that says, here, I want to name something for a low, low price. Let's make the favorite fruit be lemons. And that is towards making the favorite fruit lemons in Curse of Azure Bonds.
Nice. I love it. Also, did you know you can warp from there and just come in and get the Darkness Crystal? So you don't have to do the Sealed Cave? No reason I ask. So, everyone, fasten your seatbelts, get ready. Things about to get real. So hello, we're here in the 64 floor glitch. So we basically overflowed all of our map screens, rewrote what the game thinks the world map is, and broke everything. So things are good. Okay. Okay, perfect. And here is the Sealed Cave. Don't worry about it, we're fine. So Yang has decided to pick up some cosplay and is now a ninja. Don't worry about it. This is fine. Okay. Ba-la-da. Okay, so since we have to go in our menu to do some things anyways, we're going to do a quick gold check in advance so I know what I need to do. Calculate. Oh, excellent! Great. Crispy, crispy bacon. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. There are ways to fix this. So, but first off, nope, don't do that yet, Netara. Things go bad when you do that. Okay, cool. So we just wanted to shuffle some things around, and you know what? We're leaving. We're done. So, and now we're on the moon. Sup? Sup, moon? Real cool seeing you here. And the reason we don't name Fusia, there is a way to move through the glitch to get to a naming way, but it's real difficult and I don't know how to do it, so we're not naming Fu, sorry. And we literally don't really have Edge. We fake have Edge. Like, Edge is in the cutscenes, we don't actually have Edge. Yay! Fu's gonna come with us! Yeah, it's pretty magical, I gotta say. Speaking of magic, I gotta do something with that. So, you know what? I don't like how the menu is right now, so we're just gonna shuffle things around a bit. Don't worry about it. Okay, and then we're gonna do that. Cool. Cool beans. Bye, everybody. Hey, so we're gonna do that? Okay. Back we go. Okay, perfect. So we're doing up, left, up, left. Okay, now we're going left for a while. Now we're gonna do something very, very important here. We're gonna do things a little out of order, because I've had things go terribly wrong at this point. Magic? Yeah. So this is the house where you go in order to get the Excalibur. You turn in the Legend and the Adamant Rock. You get the Excalibur, which is a great sword. It's quite good. Okay. So here we are in the Chocobo room. We're gonna do this first, because soft locking's bad. Yep, that's what happened last time too. That's fine. We saved. Oh good, that froze real bad. That's good. Excellent. Like, I literally turned off my console. Ooh, that's fine. This happens sometimes with this version. I think I just gotta close my window and reopen it. Ba-la-da. Everything is fine. Don't worry about it. Everything is good. There we go. Okay, no problem. We got a backup save. There's a reason those backup saves are there. Because when that happens, it deletes the first two. But I think we're good here, so away we go! The names are wrong, but everything else is right. Nope. That's fine. I think we set on the menu too long. So that was crispy, crispy bacon. It doesn't like it when this bacon's on this. This is beautiful. Wow. This is so good. I didn't realize how kind of broken this was. Don't worry about it. Okay, lovely. We're gonna just make sure everything is good before we walk on. Oh, 142, that's why, because it's almost to a not bacon. Oops. 42. Okay, should be good there now. Yep. There we go. Keep walking. cool? We're good! We made it! Everything is good! We fixed it! It's just interesting when you do it this way. When it breaks bad. Okay, so, oh, interesting. That did not take us where we were supposed to go. We're gonna reset to be safe. Yay, I saved my bacon, it's true! Things went real weird. Don't worry about it. It happens. Do, 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 do. Hey, we're in trees. Okay, good. Why does it keep ending up here? It's interesting, because I don't actually know the best way to exit out of this screen. Ba-la-da! Sure, that's fine. There we go. Okay, so at this point, we're supposed to go left until we get to Dwarf Castle. Yeah, that's the beauty of this glitch. There's a lot happening here, so sometimes things just kind of break. No, we're fine. I'm not lost. I'm exactly where I mean to be. Listen, Netara is neither lost or nor late, merely arrives when they intend. Don't worry about it. So actually, we gotta go back in there. And we're exiting. This is not the glitch you're looking for. So we made it. Go team. Boop. And we're on the moon. Welcome to the end of the game. So we have a little guessing game we like to play. Since Fusia has been, I don't do the white guessing game, but Fusia, as you see, has been replaced by a younger bearded gentleman whose MP stat is not so good. So as you can see in chat, some folks are putting in medio guesses. Make a guess between 1600 and 2100 for the value of Sid's medio. It is Price is Right rules, so closest as you can get to the correct number without going over is the winner. What is your prize? Your prize today? The satisfaction of knowing you got it. So my number is 1842. Unless someone's taken it, they have not. Oh, I said it just as Zizot did. So okay, that's fine. 1846 is my new number. This is just the beginning. Do. No, that's okay. Hey, that's the thing with a number guessing game. Sometimes you get those duplicate numbers. You can't know that's my usual number. That's why you gotta switch sometimes. Yay! We did it! We defeated the final boss! Or did we? Oh no. His hate sustains him! Yeah, exactly. Okay, it's time. Let's see what our medio number is. Okay, and the Golbez rolled low. Wow. Ooh, 2048. Who got the closest without going over to that? I think it might be Dragon Lord Carter, but let's see. Yeah, it was Dragon Lord Carter. Congratulations. That is a very high roll. Don't worry, when it comes to Final Fantasy IV, we all lose. Like, I love this game very much, but the RNG is high. And the game knows. It just knows. You say something and it's like, oh really? I said that I hadn't been telelifed yet, and what happens? I got telelifed. I don't know if that's the max roll or not. We always guess between 1600 and 2100, I'm sure Accident or someone like that would be able to tell you what the actual max is. It's likely that 2048 is, but I don't know. Yeah, I thought 2100 was max. So that's always what we guess as. I wasn't sure if it was generalized or not. Woo! Thank you so much, RBW, for gifting that sub to Dragon Lord Carter. Please enjoy your new emotes. Okay, so we're gonna get to see some swag tech shortly, because you need the swaggest of tech to be able to beat this fight with these levels. Like, look at everyone. So the swag tech is running. So when you're down in that small, that crouched pose, and you have those sweat drops going, it actually causes lag because of everything that's going on. So if you run during this scene, you actually save 12 seconds. Not frames, seconds. Just by running. The hottest of speed tech. So remember, when you play this game in the future, just run. Yeah, it really is. I was part of the community when they discovered this, and you're just like, what? Hey, look, it's Sid. What's up, fam? I will note that Edge doesn't come to wish us luck. Rude. Yeah, run to speedrun. Exactly. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's excellent. Yeah, the English and the Japanese Final Fantasy IV communities are quite separate. They especially don't really pay attention to our scene, so occasionally we bring some cool stuff to them, even because they don't tend to do glitches in the same way. They tend to do real-time attack, but this is still real-time attack. Okay, bless him, Moon! This is the end! Okay, we're gonna have to really rely on Fusuya here, because look at this party. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. Don't worry about it. We will use the crystal. Everything will be fabulous. Wow. This is what happens when you stick food in the middle. Everything's slow. Oh, almost beat him. Time. And that's the end. And also, do you notice the music keeps going because of the way we kill Zeromus? So we glitched Fusuya's spell list so it would have that enemy-only spell of reaction. And because it is an enemy-only ability, Zeromus has no protection from it. So we just kill food to kill Zeromus. GG, the end. We did it! Go team! Thank you everyone for all the GGs. That was a bit of a hot mess at the end, but that's such is the way of the the 64 floor glitch. I am learning some of the quirks of doing it in this version, which is you can get the glitch you saw, which deleted my first and last save. I've had that happen before doing this, and I have to shop first. If I shop first and then save, it doesn't seem to happen, but if I save and then try and shop, it seems to happen every time. So, yeah. Duly noted. And this is why I have safety saves there that I just kind of leave there. So yeah, it is Uptco, which is, I forget the two spells, the two abilities it combines to make Uptco. I think it's Erupt or I don't know. I actually don't know. Because it's the end of one and the beginning of another, but Reaction is the actual ability. Disrupt, that's it. Disrupt Cold Mist. Gotcha. So yeah. That is Final Fantasy IV. If you want to speedrun this game, either in this version or any of the other versions, we have a big community who is always working on this, or different versions of it, and we definitely welcome new folks into our midst all the time. A good website to start with is, I'm going to type it in chat, but ff4.axidin.com. That is our main website for guides, step routing, and I believe there's a link to our Discord in there. So come join us. Come learn Final Fantasy IV speedrunning. It's difficult, but really satisfying. And if you don't like glitches, we have runs for that too. So with that, we're gonna send everything along, I believe. Let us just double check and see if we're ready to go. what I'll do is I'm gonna put this on a. Actually, we're just gonna chill here. We don't need another screen. We're gonna chill until we know we're ready. With this lovely, calm music. Okay, it looks like we are ready to switch, so do not panic, or actually do panic. Get your panic baskets ready. The stream is about to go down. So when the stream goes down, start flooding this chat with panic baskets, and